welcome to the Manic Pixie Dream Vlog. I'm your host, Caroline Georges, and welcome today. I wanted to talk about Lana Del Rey and her letter that she wrote. This came out a little while ago, but I've been wanting to do a vlog about it for a while, and I've had a lot to think about with reading this letter. I've had a lot to think about. And I just want to read you this letter. Lana Del Rey, very famous songstress, indie songstress, who has been accused a lot of glamorizing domestic violence. While me, here in comedy, I want to make domestic violence hilarious. So I kind of relate to her and what she's going to go through and the criticism I'm going to get for my jokes, because I've had criticism for my jokes now. I've had it. I've had a feminist called me a cunt last week. Just last week, a feminist called me a cunt. And, I notice people treat me differently when I tell them that I'm not a feminist. I notice women and I notice men treat me differently when I tell them I'm not a feminist. They shouldn't hate me. They shouldn't hate me. They shouldn't resent me. They shouldn't treat me differently. They shouldn't bully me. They shouldn't pick on me because I'm not a feminist, So that's just reinforces just how I've been treated by feminists because I'm not a feminist. Well, you know what I mean. No, you don't. I don't either. It's bizarre. That shouldn't be. Loving women is loving women. It's not complicated. It's not rocket science. And appreciating women's voices and what they have to say about the things that pertain to their life, the way they want to say it, should not be met with such pushback. Let me begin. Question for the culture. Now that Doja Cat, Ariana, Camila, Cardi B, Kehlani, and Nicki Minaj and Beyonce have had #1s with songs about being sexy, wearing no clothes, fucking, cheating, etc., can I please go back to singing about being embodied, feeling beautiful by being in love even if the relationship is not perfect, or dancing for money, or whatever I want without being crucified for saying that I'm glamorizing abuse? See, what's the difference between, the thing is that, again, people associate sex and rape together as one thing so often. Living within a rape culture like the one in Los Angeles, I've noticed people tend to confuse lust with being a predator. That just because he's a predator, he's just lustful. He just lusts after women. They're very different things. They're very, very, very different things. And I wish I could explain it better than that. There is gratification in being evil. There is gratification in having power over somebody weaker. And there are men who are bullies. And it's very easy to bully women. But I have a right to talk about it and to talk about it the way I want to. I have a right to talk about all of those things the way I like to, like doing these vlogs. It's crazy. People are calling me crazy all the time on these vlogs. And y'all, I'm just fucking around. I'm just joking around. I'm just having fun. I'm just being silly. I'm just saying whatever the fuck I want to when I fucking want to say it. That's what I'm doing. I'm just having a good time. I'm having fun right now. Is that a crime? God forbid a woman enjoy herself doing something other than being sexy. God forbid. If I put this on mute and I danced around in a bathing suit and said nothing, you would like this video more than you like it now. And that's wrong, and that's on you. You should be watching this vlog because of what I have to say and because I'm fucking funny when I say it. No matter what I say, I tend to be a little bit silly and funny about it. That's just my personality, and that's just who I am. So let me continue reading this letter that means the world to me. Trust me, I love this letter. I'm fed up with female writers and alt singers saying that I glamorize abuse when in reality I'm just a glamorous person. Singing about the realities of what we are all now seeing are very prevalent emotionally abusive relationships all over the world. With all of the topics women are finally allowed to explore, I just want to say over the last 10 years, I think it's pathetic that any minor lyrical exploration detailing my sometimes submissive or passive roles in my relationships has often made people say I've set women back hundreds of years. I love this letter. It's a great letter to the culture. To the culture. Great letter. Let this be clear. I'm not a feminist, but there has to be a place in feminism for women who look and act like me. There has to be a place in feminism for women who look and act like me. Whoa, this is a great letter to the culture. Hello. Let's this be, the kind of woman who says no, but men hear yes. That's me. The kind of woman who are slated mercilessly, but for being their authentic, delicate selves. Yes, that's me too. The kind of women who get their own stories and voices taken away from them by stronger women. Oh yes. Or by men who hate women. Yes, I'm that again. My voice. My voice. It might not be much to you, but women have taken my voice. You wouldn't believe it. That women have taken my voice away from me because they were stronger and because I am a stripper. And you know what? If you're a woman and you call yourself a feminist, if you have the audacity to call yourself a feminist, which I don't, but if you have the audacity to call yourself a feminist and you take part in sexist, female misogynist, and toxic feminine behaviors, then I may be a stripper. But you're a fucking whore if you are calling yourself a feminist and being toxic towards other women. You are a fucking whore. Imagine the experiences I've had with women that I say that with such conviction. That if a woman hurts another woman who is weaker than she is, while she calls herself a feminist, she is a fucking whore. That's what a whore is. They're cheap people. Cheap people. I've been honest and optimistic about the challenging relationships I've had. Newsflash, that's just how it is for many women. And that was sadly my experience up until the point that those records were made. So I just want to say it's been a long 10 years of bullshit reviews up until recently, and I've learned a lot from them. But I also feel it really paved the way for other women to stop putting on a happy face. Ladies, stop putting on a happy face. 1 in 3 of us is going to be sexually abused in our lifetime. So I'm going to put on my happy face. And my happy face is being honest. And my happy face is being real. And my happy face is being fully naked. Emotionally naked. Authentic. Truly who I am. And you know what? Everyone's like, oh, she's so dramatic. People think I'm reading a monologue when I do these vlogs. People think I'm being dramatic and that I'm reading a monologue. Can you believe that? I'm a dramatic person. I'm a theatrical person. I'm a loud, boisterous, vivacious person. And those qualities have made me an excellent stripper. But those qualities may also make me an excellent comedian. So I'm sorry if you think that I'm being dramatic. I don't personally know what you're talking about, but as God is my witness, I will be authentic to myself. I will be truly who I am. And if people want to say that I'm dramatic, then they can call themselves ridiculous, because I don't think that of myself. I think I'm just being who I am. And it's not a bad way to be. Except at funerals. Let me read the rest of their letter. This beautiful letter from beautiful Lana Del Rey. Who, you know what? I don't know. There's this whole thing with strippers are a little angry at entertainers, like singers like FKA Twigs and Lana Del Rey for portraying themselves as strippers while not also being sex worker rights activists. And that I understand. And I want Lana Del Rey to start advocating for strippers. But she is advocating for women in abusive relationships, and she has written beautiful songs about stripping and dancing. In that I can't imagine the creativity that must have come from her, that she was able to write such beautiful songs about being a stripper, about dancing, without actually being a stripper. Anyways. Sorry, I just choked on drama. So I just want to say that it's been a long 10 years of bullshit reviews up until recently, but I've learned a lot from them. But I also feel reality paved the way for other women to stop putting on a happy face and to just be able to say whatever the hell they wanted in their music or their vlogs or their movies or their comedy. This is a great letter to women, written by a woman whose music I'm very proud to love. In my first 2 records, I was deemed literally hysterical, as though it was literally the 1920s. Anyways, none of this has anything to do about that much, but I'll be detailing some of my feelings in the next 2 books of poetry. Oh, good. Okay, well, that's enough. Yeah, Lana Del Rey is going to come out with some books of poetry, so that'll be exciting. I hope she needs to be a guest on Joe Rogan. I'm praying. I just pray that she'll go on Joe Rogan. She's so fascinating. She has so much to say about women's issues. She has so much to say about art. I really like, and Joe Rogan is like my favorite podcast. I mean, it's everybody's favorite podcast pretty much, but still, I love Joe Rogan. She's like my dream Joe Rogan guest, Lana Del Rey. She's my dream Joe Rogan guest. And, yeah, but I don't know if she's really up Joe Rogan's alley. Hope she is. But that letter meant a lot to me. That letter really meant a lot to me. And I just wanted to read it to you, just so you can see what you think. Is it okay for women to just talk about ourselves and be real and be open and be honest? You know, women, we need to start coming together. There's so much female misogyny in comedy. There's so much cattiness in comedy. There's so much childish bullshit happening between women in comedy. And I'm sure that must be what it's like in a lot of other places too. Women being toxic to each other for no reason. It has to stop. It has to end. Women, we need to get along. We need to be sisters. That's how we're going to stop rape from occurring. That's how we're going to protect ourselves. That is how we're going to do this. We are going to come together. And if we stay close together and if we don't isolate ourselves away from other women because other women hate us and other women have treated us bad, so that we are compelled to isolate ourselves away from women and vice versa, that you are acting in behaviors that propel women away from other women. If you are acting in a way that propels other women from liking women, then fuck you. Fuck you, bitch. You fucking whore. Giving other women a bad experience with a woman. Deliberately giving another woman a bad experience with another woman. While calling yourself a feminist. While judging a woman. While talking shit about a woman. About looking down on a woman. You could call yourself a feminist? See, I couldn't. Because I might be a stripper, but I'm not a fucking whore. Anyways, that is my vlog for today. Like and subscribe and share. Bye.